Hello and welcome to the video, you crazy people. Today I'm going to be showing you my 3D printable trench files, which I think are suitable for Star Wars Legion and Hoth. I have made these in the traditional way using styrofoam and stuff. So if you don't have a 3D printer and you like these, then you can just check that out in this corner. I'm hoping to release the videos at the same time, so if everything goes well, it should just be right there. So this is the 3D printed version. It's in white, but you know, at the end I'm expecting you to cover it in filler anyway, just to get rid of the 3D printed lines and stuff like that. But this is the traditional version. So you can see there's not that much difference. I have already covered this one in filler. You can see there's a difference in material there. Yeah, so there's a traditional method, as I said, you can check that out, or we're going to be looking at the 3D printed method. Now these files are freely available on Thingiverse or whatever. There'll be a link in the description below wherever I put it. Yes, so there's a few different shapes, and I'll just show you, I'll just get that up on the screen now. Let me actually move that over there. So I'm expecting you to use really only 4 key shapes. Now that's the straight, the end piece, the 45-degree wedge, and the T-junctiony bit. However, I have included, for those of you who've got like big ass printers or you just want these shapes, but I personally didn't, but I made them anyway, a T-junction with a longer part. That's literally just that part but longer. A 90-degree right angle edge, and a smaller version of that basically. And you can see even just with the 4 pieces here, this is just an example trench line that I made. So these are all meant to be suitable for Star Wars Legion, and for me they're 2 centimeters in height. You could do different heights or what have you. The way it's done, these files should all be freely available. If you've got a 3D printer, just check them out if you want something like this. It's got here, this line here is 0.5 centimeter, and then the whole thing is 2.5 centimeters, so the slope is a 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter slope, so it should be an exact 45-degree angle. It's 10 centimeters wide and 7 centimeters long. That's just something that I found that worked well because it left with a 5 centimeter trench gap. If you really want to change it, you could probably edit the files or whatever, that's more than fine. So I did the straight bit first, then the end bit, and then we needed to start looking at corners. So this 45-degree wedge, oh my god, it was an absolute pain in the backside because of the angle of the wedge. You can see here the slope, and this is sort of bugging out a little bit, but let me just do this. You can see the slope here isn't exactly straight because it didn't line up with the other shapes. Because of the angle, it's messing that up. I don't fully understand it, so all I did was I just kept trimming it down until it looked right. It might not look the best, but it still works completely fine. I don't know if you can see this here. They go together completely fine, so it's not a problem. That just took me quite a while because I didn't conceptually understand how that was working. And then the next thing I did, obviously, was just this T-junction of a trench. That's basically what I actually did, was made that first, and then I just trimmed it down. Pretty easy to do. There's a right angle, and there's a shorter right angle. Basically you'll be provided with all these pieces here. Now all the bottom ones here should be suitable, I think maybe except this one, depending on the size of your printer, should be suitable for small printers. Those two there, not really suitable for small printers. But you shouldn't really need them if you just printed off these. Now I've been printing them off in like low quality. Let me get back to my full screen. I printed these off in like low quality, not fine, not extra fine or anything like that. I can't remember the setting on my printer, but the idea being that I'm going to cover them in filler. However, I don't actually think they look that bad. It's very white. It's because my filament is white, but I think covering them in filler will just give it a more like natural look. Or just cover them straight up in snow if you're doing Hoth, that's fine. But yeah, they look pretty damn fine to me. I've only printed off the 2 myself. I'm fairly sure the others will work. There's no reason for them not to. I've just been working on the traditional ones as well. So you can see, I will try and just whack these together. Oh god, because it's so white you can't see. Oh, I'm gonna have to bleep. Because it's so white you can't see anything. Yeah, pretty fine. literally, there are people who've made trenches, but they all seem to be for like 40k. Nothing seemed to be like ground trench. I think maybe because people are like, oh, it's easy to make. This took me quite a while. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a Tinkercad expert. I'm not a 3D modeler or anything. I just did this for my own use and to provide freely for you guys. Now, I am working on some more complicated 3D printable terrain. And I'm thinking what I might do for that is maybe like put it on a website where it's sort of pay what you want kind of thing. So it's free. But if you wanted to, you know, give me some monies, which please do. No, I'm just joking. Then, you know, you could do. Speaking of that, if you do find these useful or whatever and you want to try and support me, Patreon's probably the best bet right now, and there'll be a link to that below as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like the 3D printable ones, there's not much to say apart from I made them. I find them very simple to use. They take about 2 hours each to print, depending on the size of it or your quality of it. And yeah, they work. So I built them for me because I wanted my trench line not to be in the board. I don't have the space to have a whole board with trenches cut out. So instead of that, I thought having these just sit on the table, a lot easier to just crack on and play with. Hopefully you're in that position and you'll find this useful. And if not, then I'll make something else soon. The thing I've been working on right now is taking me absolutely ages, and it reminds me I need to go do a little bit of a test. Woohoo! Exciting. So yeah, if you did like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to work on just everything right now, everything in the universe. That's not true. Mainly everything relating to Star Wars Legion. But yeah, this took me longer than it appears. Do like, subscribe, have a most beautiful day, and goodbye. Bye, guys.